You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 14th of August, 2025. It is 55 days after the summer solstice. It is 39 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 27th day of Thermidor, the day of the colza, the rapeseed. The sun rises today at 6:05 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:55 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:24 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 21 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 67% full at midday. The moon reaches its monthly perigee at 2:01 p.m. The third quarter will arrive on Saturday, the 16th of August. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 2:36 a.m., 1 meter 55. In the morning, low tide, 8:37 a.m., 3 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 3:02 p.m., 1 meter 74. At night, low tide, 9:17 p.m., 9 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, it's bumblebee mating season. This time of year, hives produce new virgin queens and a host of male bees. If you see two bumblebees dancing together in the air or landed somewhere locked in a firm embrace, they are probably mating. The males die after performing the only duty for which they were born. The impregnated queens will return to their hives for a time, but then, before the cold weather sets in, they leave to find a good place to hibernate for the winter. The hives themselves die off completely. Come spring, the queens will emerge, establish a nest, and begin producing offspring to create a completely new hive. Commemorations. Today we remember the Liberty Tree. It was a large elm that stood near Boston Common. Planted in 1646, it was already almost 120 years old by the time of the American Revolution. In the 1760s, it became a popular gathering spot for citizens of the town, and the Sons of Liberty, a secret fraternity, would call meetings there to protest British taxation and British rule. On this day in 1765, a large crowd gathered at the Liberty Tree to protest the Stamp Act, and they hung an effigy of the Lieutenant Governor of Massachusetts from its branches. Incipient revolutions are not without violence. Later, during the British occupation of the town, Loyalists cut the tree down, but it remains a potent symbol of the struggle for American independence. On this day in 1937, the Appalachian Trail was completed. It runs all the way from Georgia to Maine, more than 2,000 miles. It was proposed by the forester Benton McKay in 1921. In a nation where the right to roam the countryside is not enjoyed by the people, it marks one of our great public trails. Interestingly, the first section that was blazed and open to the public ran right through the Hudson Highlands, just north of the city. Today let us mark VJ Day. On this day in 1945, the Empire of Japan surrendered unconditionally to the Allies, bringing World War II to an end. VJ stands for Victory over Japan. In Japan itself, this day is marked on August 15th, because of the international dateline, and is observed as End of War Memorial Day. On a happier note, on this day in 1948, the Idaho Department of Fish and Game made its beaver drop. Its purpose was to reintroduce beavers to central Idaho. 76 beavers were loaded onto airplanes and parachuted to the ground. Surprisingly, parachuting beavers proved to be more cost-effective than other relocation methods, and it also decreased beaver mortality. On this day in 1980, Lech Wałęsa led a strike at the Lenin shipyard in Gdansk, Poland. It was the beginning of the Solidarity movement that would eventually see off the communist dictatorship. Today is also the anniversary of the 2003 blackout. Electricity went out across the Northeast and up into Ontario. In New York City, so soon after 9/11, many worried it was a terrorist action. When it turned out to be just an ordinary blackout, a festive mood ensued, and everyone enjoyed free ice cream from bodegas whose freezers had died. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 14th of August, 2025.